a couple days ago when it mattered most. But energy coming on top here over Nouns and trying to prove themselves have sent Nouns now into the lower bracket versus Party Astronauts here. This team that has been a bit battered and bruised, but interested in trying to back things up here. And well,
we're right
gonna
here.
get right back into it. Yeah, I mean, straight into the action. I like it.
Yeah, you know what? No more waffling, no more yapping.
Casters, stop talk, please.
Yeah, we just want to see Counter-Strike, and here it is, in towards middle. 60 has the whole team behind him, and he'll be quickly dispatched of Nouns. 5 players through middle will get themselves through camera for a 3-on-3 post. You think Post Malone is his full thing is post plant?
No, I don't know if it actually comes from Counter-Strike. I think Post is his first name, and then Malone is the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just a thought.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like where you're going. Maybe he is a big fan of Counter-Strike. I just haven't seen him play it. I believe it when I see it.
He's an old schooler.
True. I could see a world where he's into CS.
Oh, can Carson clutch up here, though? We'll have to see as Fang, he's going for the fake defuse. He's just looking for kills. He knows he can't win it because Carson's got a clutch. That's what the C in Carson stands for. I don't know what the nosraC gets at, but
nosraC. I mean, I guess you could say it ends with a C.
It ends with a clutch. Wow, that is actually like that's
and
poetry.
It starts off with a I don't really know.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Leave that in there. That seems like a very
up.
tough. That seems like a very tough bit. Requires way too much thinking.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know you're a smart cookie, Cole, but that takes like medieval bard levels of wit right there to assemble that one.
Yeah. Of course, I don't have the facilities for that at the disposal. Maybe that's what AI is good for right there. Should lock that in.
Yeah, I'll chat GPT that during the halftime break as we're gonna see Nouns walk through a little anti-eco bash. 2 players remain here on the A site, and we're bouncing on out of here. We're having a little bit of fun, but we didn't really get to talk too much about the matchup. NRG are actually meeting expectations and taking down Nouns in a BO3. That is revenge for the RMR, by the way. NRG played Nouns for the qualification match, and Nouns took him down.
Yeah,
then,
that was one that meant a lot to both teams, right? The qualification, the opportunity to instantly lock in. And this matchup, or at least this matchup in this head-to-head, I wouldn't say is like not as important, but it's a little relieving that you don't immediately like lose. You got that lower bracket to lean on. So, I mean, I think maybe falling victim to some of that pressure were Nouns, or rather NRG in that last head-to-head, but I mean, they do bounce back here for Challenger Atlanta, and I think that was how they needed to start this thing off. And only more to prove now that they've got another matchup versus Wildcard in store.
Something to prove here. Double mollies will force Fang away. And guarantee that E-box control. So the map starts to get a lot smaller here for Party Astronauts. Oh, now, especially as 60 leaves mid at the minute mark. There's a lot of question marks. So Party Astronauts going to step forward, and they're pushing into 3, though. Back turn for Junior, however, makes life a little awkward, but the Mac-10... All right, dog, I get it. It's online CS. Just swing everything. And Wolfie's in trouble. Molly's going to force him out to surely inevitable doom as CJ, no longer the king. And, oh my god, George is going back in for more. Just underhanding flashbangs around every corner. Picks up a rifle. And now puts it down to 6C. He's done a lot of damage. I don't think this clutch is in the cards. He steps on a grenade as well. Down to 55. Will force out CJ into the open. And now the MAC-10 even comes through to finish him off. It's 3-0 now for Nouns.
I'm starting to think, like, out of the gates, there was a opportunity, I think, for Party Astronauts to capitalize on a team that was playing some, you know, good fundamental Counter-Strike here, up against the likes of Wildcard. But PA up against Nouns here, when you have to deal with the firepower, and you have to deal with what George is doing on this T side so far, just swinging for the fences. That's gonna be hard, even with the vibes-based Counter-Strike, to try and match their energy with your own firepower. We know these players on PA are capable of doing so, but obviously a bit of a challenge here.
Oh. Oh. That was meant for stairs, I will say, instead of smoking himself out of E-Box. 60's gonna get off to a sorry start, and same goes for Wolfie inside of House. And a quick 3 versus 5 to dispatch of the half buy. Nouns have been a really interesting team this year. They've gone through a lot of improvements, a lot of changes in their gameplay ever since they added in Rush to the lineup just 3 months ago. This team has started to really become more of a system rather than the vibes, as we used to know the Carson teams in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I think that structure comes in the form of Adren as well, alongside that rush move, like you had mentioned, right? Both of those two, I think, have a large amount of impact in terms of becoming a more structural team. I've seen their, you know, game sort of slow down almost, right? They've had to rein in some of their aggression to get to that systems based Counter-Strike that they are hoping to bring to the table, and you know, they've done it nicely. Been able to kind of achieve that. And I think long term it's going to really go a long way for this roster, because they have so much firepower. And Carson can become another one of those IGLs and A that can really capture, you know, what it means to kind of slow down a round, get a really well-defined call-in. It's going to be cool, because that's just going to be another asset of an IGL that we clearly need in A right now.
I'm trying to find one stat here for Nouns that is actually really interesting, and it's actually their traded percentage. It's actually very high for this team, because they just play kind of deathball Counter-Strike. No one's... the Nouns of old would be making a lot of solo efforts, but there's always going to be double setups wherever you look. They don't really play too isolated.
Got the pack, they got the high trading. Part of their development.
Oh, Infinite has no idea. Infinite is absolutely just not prepared for this at all. Hello,
Oh,
that's the freest kill ever for CJ. He's laughing at that one, and he knows there's a double setup. Like, he's looking away for a reason, and then 60 has no idea they're in middle. Now they're just completely rolled over this round. Wolfie just is dead. So many different ways. And pack it up and save here, PA.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's just so quickly determined. Within a flash, the A setup comes collapsing. Doomed to fail almost from the get-go. Given the positioning, trying to sneak something down range, getting blasted out of this one. And back to the drawing board for another round. And what's just gonna be kind of a bit of a sad story is, again, like,
yeah,
this series doesn't... If this series doesn't go right, this is yeah, this will be the last day that this team really plays together. We've seen the tweets, as we had mentioned prior to this, and I mean, maybe it doesn't put as much pressure on this performance, but trying to go out on a high note, I think, would be key. Also, make sure that your stock remains high. Obviously, like, players like 60 I don't think we'll have a hard time finding a roster here in North America, landing on his feet pretty quickly. It seems like there's a lot of up-and-coming teams that are consistently doing better and better as time goes on, so surpassing expectations, which is a good sign. Maybe it allows for more opportunities. But still, if you can show what you're made of, get back to that 60 form that we knew at the beginning of 2024. It'll be exciting.
It's Ben who's opping right now. That is... Yeah, maybe that's worrying.
I remember this was one of my first interviews I'd ever done with an ECL player. At the time, it was with, I think, Binleet, Pone, and maybe DJ. But he said whenever Binleet picks up an op, that means they're just having fun.
Oh no.
So
But this isn't fun. This is not fun, or maybe it is. Oh my goodness, Ben Lee with the big flick.
that looks fun.
It might
It's a
win
little
him the
fun.
round. It really will. Oh, well, Carson's got that one. He's also got the bomb. And he's gonna plant safe from E-Box to limit the chances here. Junior goes down a bit lower, and Infinite on the MP9. Oh my goodness, it worked though here for Junior. Sees the next, he misses the shot though. He had multiple opportunities to win that. But instead, it's Ben Late's multi that takes the cake.
Benleet, the real opper in the server. He has got the multi. He's done it. I can't remember what the... dude, it was so long ago. It was maybe 2020 that I'd done that interview. And I can't remember if he was like, I'm Kenny S. That's like what he likes to say. I'm Kenny S. I'm Kenny S. But, you know, looking like it on that B bomb site defense. And
Yeah.
hey, double ops are really good on Anubis if you're not super comfortable. If you need a little patchwork, if you just need to fill the holes, fill the gaps here or there, the
There
double
it
op
is.
is your tool. And there you go. Wolfie starts it off again well.
Oh, he's got another. Oh, but then there's Rush. And there goes the op. But he's not ready here for pizza. And Fang will take the freebie, make it a 2 versus 4.
Is it pizza?
I call it
I'm
pizza.
getting hungry.
Oh, it's my bad. We call
It's all
it
good.
pizza, jail. What do
I'd
you
be
call
calling
that
it
corner?
pizza as well.
Yeah.
Got a little excited. Thought maybe there was a special delivery. The only thing delivering, though, is this op from Wolfie. It's the ops of Party Astronaut. The secondary opper of Bin Elite into Wolfie. More so securing things here as of recent.
Ben Lee had to
More
show
of
him
what
how it's
we'd
done.
expect. Yeah,
Hey,
he's like, do this. And then Wolfie said, alright, I'll give it a shot.
that's like... That's my IGL. He teaches everyone how to work the sticks.
A visual learner, maybe, Wolfie.
Yeah, yeah. All right, CJ, no longer the king. Is he something
Zing.
else, though? Oh, the molly's gonna burn him out, and he's toast. Sadness. No attempt at the
See.
clutch.
Carson would have stuck that. That would have been the ultimate test of, you know, how real, how legit this IGLing is from Carson. Does he stick the bomb in that situation? Does he lock in the digits to secure the extra cash? Knowing that the clutch is probably a lost cause, or does he try for the clutch, try and get off it, avoid the Molotov? But CJ, not an IGL, he wanted to win that one. Wolfie op again, starts it off well. They just wide swing right into him. Was there supposed to be a smoke there or something? I was kind of surprised by that. I can't lie. Felt like there maybe should have been a smoke, or at least some sort of utility for that aggression, and
Alright.
only the Molotov to back it up. And Binleet now
NES.
with his op.
Let's see it. NES with the first. Does he have another in him? He's singeing in the molly. That doesn't mean much to him. Flashbang. The smoke break. Oh, but George finds a headshot on Infinite. And George is he knows the op is behind this. He's jumping up top of Benny. It's Ben Lee with the op. He's gotten 3. He's multi-killed them again.
Oh, no.
Or do you believe? Can Junior end this? Oh, it's possible now. He knows where 2 remaining players are. The barrel baits here from Ben. Oh, and a quick scope on the Wolfie, but it's not enough. Ben Elite from the backside offing now on the last dance for Party Astronauts. They're up to 3.
Is Binley opping the truth? Is it real? Is it gonna actually, you know, cause any frustration? Getting smoked by Binley's AWP in some of these rounds. And how much of an impact is that going to have? Is Nouns instantly call the timeout off the back of it? They're not at a point where they should be frustrated yet, but if Binley just keeps dropping that on you, I wouldn't blame him for feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit worried at this point.
You know, we've casted a couple of last rides for some certain teams. I remember it's a legendary game of ECL, believe it or not, that we casted between ATK and Mythic, where MOTM was leaving the ATK. That consisted of Swisher, Bowden Master, that ATK for the North American CS fans in the chat. And they were just having fun. ATK. They were going for knife kills, and that's where there's a legendary clip of Cooper getting knifed in Palace.
Oh my god.
That was a historical last ride. Is Benny S another last ride moment here for the Party Astronauts?
I'm starting to think it could be. I'm getting hyped every time he brings the op out. He decided he wanted to do it early.
You know, it also works out because his last name is Smith. He literally is Benny S.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna make this work. Party Astronaut's gonna make this work. And Wolfie, his partner in crime right now, is left out Infinite on this site hold. With that Molotov, couldn't really get anything going. So a lot of damage done, but they finally lose the advantage at this stage.
Well, I think
we might just have to call on the one and only truth.
They need a hero, Cole. They need a hero. Some call him Benley, some call him Benjamin, but when he holds the op, he goes by a different name. Does he have it in him for this round? Or maybe they can get 6 who just jumps down middle. This is insane. He's in E-box. Oh, he's gonna go for 3rd. How about all reliable for once? Carson gonna step into E-box. He'll get the trade, but meet Benny S on the site, shutting down Carson. Wolfie surely to clean this one up, and that he does with bang. And Party Astronauts are staging a comeback on the CT side.
Nah, this is crazy. I actually can't believe it. 60 diving down in, the CT side activating all of a sudden. Party Astronauts hanging in there. Walking into their map pick. They've got, again, a scary future ahead of them. Vertigo up next for Nouns. And if it's at all how it went last time, not gonna be ideal, but Benny S is peeking.
Oh my god.
He's going for it. Okay. Had to cool off there. The Tech 9s will keep him at bay, but a well-placed Molotov is gonna buy time for this execute to take place, and they do capitalize here. Low HP, and it's Bentley that continues to fire up with this AWP. Lands the connection. They're losing site control. 6 has to save it, but there's plenty of extra support onto the scene. And it's all tied up. 5 now strung together by PA in a very familiar fashion to how they started out up against Wildcard, actually.
They're rolling it back. But this time, there's gusto. You know what? There's aura with this comeback. They got 10 rounds in a row versus wildcard, sure. They got some cool rifle rounds. They won a couple rounds they shouldn't have won. These are dominant. These are dominant for a reason. Now flash through. Oh, George just manhandles Fang. Instant headshot. But the double setup inside of A main, can it hold here for 60? It can. He's multi-killing as well.
And 60 doing a lot of heavy lifting to keep them safe in this map. Playing so incredibly active. Again, throwing all caution to the wind at the moment. Going back to your roots. Here is 60. As I said, taking this opportunity as this last ride's taking place. And he's getting so much information.
Oh, you shouldn't be flanking B, though. I'm not sure this is the play.
Yeah, that's...
It's a bit redundant.
We need to see the rotates come through just about now, and probably just about maybe 10 seconds ago.
Oh, but... you know,
they don't know, yeah.
Yeah, Ben has to be so aware of a potential push. They've left the site empty for quite a while now. Wolfie, though, does get onto the angle in time. Missed pop shot. Oh, but then there's a second headshot on a rush. Oh, but Junior has one back, but look who's up in heaven. Oh, Ben. Finagling with the angles here. Millimeters away from death, but Ben, of course, he's the util man for this team. He knows his roots. His job. Starts to work the different angles on the site. Has help from 60 now. 2 versus 2. Junior dancing around in a head-to-head versus Ben lead, and Ben wins it. 60 as well, non-stop multi-fragging. What more could you ask for right now?
It's unbelievable. They just keep on thriving. 6 in a row. Can walk into this next half with a lead. And again, it would be a 0-5 start into an incredible show of resiliency out of PA. And again, I can only imagine the smiles on their faces as Binleet's dropping 100 ADR. A player that, again, has been fielding so much individual struggle. Right now, playing up against top teams, we just haven't seen a good, you know, Binleet performance in quite some time. Calling it still feels is okay, but rocking the op right now, having 100 ADR, again, the vibes are good.
Wolfie posted, misses. Infinite now tasked forward, though. He can't multi. Wolfie's gonna drop a ton of damage, though, with the utility back. He gets an established position, but now forced away by the molly. I think the same goes for Nouns. They are also reconsidering. By the way. Oh, hold on. 60 doesn't wait for kills. He sees 3 on his screen, though. Surely that calls in for more rotates. Rethinking it.
Bit of a slowdown. Cutting noise. Now I was looking to really try and lock this one in most straightforward fashion, but Benley challenge this angle. The AWP long range. It's not a connection.
Re-swinging. Oh my god.
Sure.
This guy is a maniac. And he will be put down, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, heating up. I understand. Could have just contained the entirety of that. Oh, and Wolfie ducked underneath the crosshair there. It's a bit awkward of a fight. Not at all undoable, but Wolfie takes so much damage. That's a great peek from Fang. With resistance, ready to try and pull this clutch off. A bit of a lineup around the corner, but Rush will handle it. And there's not a lot that Wolfie can say. He's got to be flawless in this clutch attempt.
Yeah, and the AWP just prevents him from surviving for at least more than 1 kill. He will be instantly traded, without a doubt, if he doesn't just get immediately taken down in the first place for a 6-all half. But it is Party Astronauts who got 6 in a row, courtesy of the one, the only, Benny S.
Give me some clarity. First time that we met not long ago. Before you had to get back on the road. We spend every second of the day together. I remember when we talked till 3 a.m. Driving around in town in your old van. Tell stories about who we used to be. I still feel your touch though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity. Waiting for your call all night and day. Where did we go wrong? Don't wanna wait until you're just a distant memory. I still feel your touch though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity.
For the couple that are watching this right now, you're watching something great. 6-all right now for the party astronauts. They're in their last ride. These players saying, we're bouncing out after this qualifier. Let's see if they can make it interesting, because one man has. His name is Ben Lee. And he's been using an AWP the entire time. Pistol round it already inside of Temple, but a flank there from Carson. Makes life a little awkward. The funny part is here for Nouns, they've actually vacated the entire B site. They're just playing here from E-Box, so take that one kill. And maybe some change there from Rush. Extra headshot, trade from Fang, and the dual Berettas, though, are gonna be a problem. George chews through 2. And that leaves Infinite now in a 1 versus 2 himself. He's diced up the duels. He has George isolated. Nearly takes him down, swaps out to the Glock, but the trade frag inevitable here from Junior. Long range with the dualies will be enough. And now to pick up a critical pistol.
That they do. Gets them back on the right track here at the closing statements of the last half. They find themselves finally being able to put an end to the streak of rounds for Party Astronauts. That was 6 in a row. All started off with the op round for Binley, who, I mean, again, has had himself a bit of a tough time in the individual performance, but has stepped up in the opening half of this one. I'm sure is eager to put himself in a better position, put his teammates in a good spot here in this qualifier, but can you double up on the T side as effectively? It's the big question we're going to have for the second half.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this round has just gotten weird. Rush is going to come back into E-Box, and also another collapse coming from middle. The Desert Eagle just simply not enough, doesn't get the headshot needed. And Fang hanging out A main. And the headshot is just not connecting here. Rush will lock him in. And that will be Nouns advancing up to 8 rounds here at the back of the pistol. Could the fun be over? Is it over?
I know it is over for PA, but can they again inspire something here? They have, I would say, looked a lot better than their form in the RMR playing with this looser style. We're seeing much more activity out of Sixy. It makes you believe that they can pull through something special, but they're still up against giants in the NA scene right now.
Oh boy. This round is going to be explosive. This round might end in the span of a second. We'll see. Rush. Rather, CJ. Close angle. Carson on the off angle himself. And just toying with the angle that CJ was looking away from the flash. The molly damage is good, but Bentley is better. They're moving into the site. He can't find the headshot, though, and instead it's Junior with the laser beam spray.
Desperately needed Junior. Ooh, the molly air bursts as well, so problems arising here as Wolfie gets HE'd out and another kill flowing on through. George and Junior available for recovery. I mean, so much going right there, but I think it turned into a trap when you're turning the corner, you don't have that camera smoke down, and you run into that site with no utility. If there's anyone that can provide resistance with the quickness, it's gonna be Junior locking down those couple of kills to secure it and save what could have been a bit of a tough state for Nouns on the opening gun round.
I mean, to be fair, that's just how Nouns play the CT sites. Their rotations are so ridiculously fast. Airstrike nades, not gonna catch Carson, and at least get one. Player 5 in the middle. Instead, will be smoked out, and look at the pivot. It's actually perfect. George is in trouble, and he's gonna get overwhelmed. Bentley will be traded out. We've got a 3-on-3 post.
Oh, brilliant smoke as well, tossed just in time for Temple. The smoke goes in towards CT. HE to blow open the smoke, and Fang says, "Thank you very much. I'll use that against you." And now Junior blasted out of the round as well, so CJ left it to a 1v2, left to clutch.
All right, he's coming in from CT spawn, but Infinite up close to these smokes. Oh, his chips in the night. Surely this will benefit Infinite. Does he? Now he makes the move. Double dink in from the MP9. And Party Astronauts, they pull off a half-buy round to keep themselves in contention.
I just keep Nouns close. I think one of the bigger problems here is letting, in that second half, wildcard, like, you know, become very comfortable, start winning consecutive rounds. And throwing a half-buy like that into the mix is going to do so much in offering up relief. Getting another timeout. Nouns look to get Adren involved here as to how do they stabilize on this defense up against this loose cannon of a PA squad.
You know, all the prep that you've done against this team, everything that you've known against this team, you weren't ready for a Ben lead off. You just weren't. All your strats go out the window.
Didn't even know it could have that much impact. I had no idea.
But now, what can Party Astronauts do to mix up the T side? To confuse Nouns. To keep the dead team dream. sure they're thinking that in their heads. But they wear it as a badge of honor. Headshot angle, though, is not good enough from Infinite. Junior will be able to readjust. That's an opening kill.
Incredible start here to the round. Good relief with this AWP that leads in terms of the firepower. Certainly what you need. That comes down to shaking up these positions, and look at this. He's prepared for this next prong of approach.
How fast? 60 on the swing. A bit better, actually. The pressure's on the Junior, and CJ gets rooted out of A main. Still a two-band setup in play, but they're making their move out of A main. Carson gets the first, though, and then Junior helping out. He needs to post up. He does not want to overextend. He wants to allow for a retake opportunity. And Fang will take a chance. Go into the site, but he's going to reposition to heaven instead. Junior's still ready for this, though. If he swings, he's dead. Or is he? Junior struggling. Oh, but now Fang in the open, he still lands a shot to keep Wolfie in this, to make this clutch doable. But George is just faster on the draw. And, well, a chance for an uprising there for Party Astronauts. Nouns put it down.
An opportunity starting to open up in front of them, but swiftly put to rest. Right at the end. Nouns secure another. Junior, I think, not connecting on a couple of key shots here, but also positioning himself so nicely in that round where he was never a target that they could take down, that Party Astronauts were able to capture. And now, Party Astronauts, you like a little taste of your own medicine? It's gonna be Nouns whipping the double hop out. George is now wielding the secondary and saying, Binley, it was cool. You had your fun, but you gotta play the T side too.
See, we could, like, call George some fun name, but he's already, like, a really ridiculously insane player that he's probably capable with any gun already.
When he whips the op out, he goes back to George Snorts.
Yeah, oh my goodness. A legendary name. It just has more power than just George, and there it is. First off shot good. Rush goes in for his swing, 1-for-1, man advantage. Oh, but George has to be aware of multiple angles. Does drop in the molly into E-box. Now, himself forced off, and 60's already made the move. Yep. Round the smoke, but George is ready. George snorts perhaps as he gets the third. The surprise double ops working out for every CT side.
What is happening? What is happening? Can we just double up at all times? I want to see this sort of flare, this flashy plays. George just looks so sharp with that hop. And at least a bomb plant, Fang a chance to win in this 1v4, but they're going to run him down. There's no way George will go down. But you know, with 100% certainty that op will be recovered. I was waiting for Carson to do it. No! No!
No, no, no!
What are we doing? Get that thing back.
He got 3, man!
Why? Is Junior gonna toss it over to George Snorts, or is that the end of the story? As George Snorts left the server.
He goes by his actual name. It's like a past life for him. He returns to his old self. A piece of Choco Check Gaming. For those who know, you really do know. You know what's funny? Ben Lee and George have a combined 9 op kills in the last 3 months. Ben Lee came into today. He had 3 op kills in the last 3 months. He has played 64 maps of Counter-Strike. He gets an op kill about 1 every 21 maps. This game I haven't kept a 100% count, but it's gotta be like 8 or 9 op kills for him. He's got a year's worth of
And then some.
op
And then you
kills in a
continue to
single
count.
half.
It's been a fun map of Counter-Strike, but I'm a little nervous how we might not get more of it here if PA can't stabilize. They are with all of our laughs at a bit of a turning point right now where they pretty much have to come alive. And whatever they have to call upon, I don't know what it is. Is it Binley T-side opping? Is he going to be able to continue to have impact? I don't know what the right solution is, but definitely I'm feeling nervous about that Vertigo that they've left up again.
Oh my god, they did it again. I forgot. So we didn't really talk about the veto here. We kind of jumped straight into game. But Party Astronauts, they opted to not ban their permaban for the second time today. They chose to let Vertigo through the pool because, to be honest, Cole, this roster never even played it. So they're probably like, it's our last ride. Let's see what could have been. And we're going to play Vertigo today.
I'm a little relieved that they didn't hop into that map and immediately be like really good at it. I'm glad it went the way that it should have. Just like you said, they think what could have been. Just losing a little bit of their steam here. This rush gets run down. Quick 1-for-1 trade. They're running through the smokes though. George doesn't need an op to land a multi-kill. He can still do it just as well with the rifle. And it's already going to be a fast 12th.
Oh no. It might just be over. NES.
Are we ever going to see that again?
I
You
mean,
know, that's
oh
that's
my
the question,
God.
right?
It's...
Do you ever see that again?
I mean, for those who watched it, or maybe if you're here and you haven't, just watch the first half of this game over again, because you might never see anything like it.
You might never
Ever.
see Binley pick up an op in a consistent fashion. I guess barring, again, that lead that he had once talked about many years ago. If they ever find themselves in a position where they are standing strong, but such a, it's like pulling a rare Pokemon card.
It's a shiny, man.
Dang. I was close.
Missed
I was
reference.
close.
Oh my goodness, CJ again. Isn't it Infinite who got bodied on that angle
Yeah,
and
it was
CJ got him last half?
Game recognized game.
gotta let his opponent have a chance at it as well.
Yeah.
Carson walking up on Bentley. And yeah, surprise factor working out, but Infinite the same, he's double entry day. But the thing is, they're walking out B at the same time and rush the last man stand. Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Okay.
Wolfie will trade him out.
Absolutely not.
There is sanity in this world.
We can't be doing all that. That can't be the way it ends, and it won't. So you can have a little sigh of relief. Party Astronauts will survive for now. George Snorts is in the server. He's got an op. He doesn't need to drop the op over to Junior. We do see Junior buying into the AWP a little late. Yeah, I was gonna say, that felt a bit awkward, because I'm like, usually people leave at the start of the round out of spawn, but we had that not happening. So, not live is called once again. Getting a bit of technical issues here towards the tail end, but it gives us more time to get excited for the George Snorts return. Should they throw a quick medic in here? And yeah, it's a fast one. No big deal.
George Snorts is back.
Yup. Welcome.
It's the split personality he's kept down, kept in the back of his mind for years upon years, and now it's showing through. It's like Venom.
So what's he gonna do? What's gonna come out?
Come on. No, he's buying full armor. This is a travesty. No, they made him reconsider.
He doesn't need util. No.
Oh, no.
No. How could this happen? We almost got a look. They baited us. They baited us.
Sure, Dren just hopped
like-
in and said,
Yeah.
get on with it.
Normal George in the server. Hi, how are ya?
George Snorts doesn't actually speak, he just frags.
Mm. How about some of that? And a little bit of this. Ben Elite. Long range there with the rifle. Able to lock down the kill with 5 HP. Survives that fight. Also doing so much damage to Rush as well. But wow, whoa, what's going on there with Feng?
PS3 controller aim.
Yeah, that was you on the joysticks there.
Happens to the best of us. Fang's a low sense gamer. And so the 4-on-4. Ben is so low though, he can't touch the molly. The floor's lava, he's done. But he's still got a kill. Ben Leet, a warrior right now, but it might not be enough. 60 tries to walk the smoke.
Ouch.
And Ben Lee, he did what he could. We saw Benny S. We saw an amazing game. But it might not be enough. Wolfie's got to land some op shots here. He just can't afford to miss. Carson swings, instant headshot. And Nouns will take Party Astronauts map pick 13-8.
Yeah, I mean, again, a very fun game of Counter-Strike, and I think that's at least good to see out of PA there. That they can still, you know, keep things competitive. We know this team is a bit of a, you know, a bit of a zombie right now when it comes to trying to play, even though we know players
For this roster. So why not go out with a little bit of a bang?
That's exactly what he showed right there. I mean, one of the better Binleap maps that he has had as of recent here up against some of the tougher competition. It just come through on Anubis, and it came through, you know, incredibly on that CT side. For a player who doesn't do any opping almost ever, it was a big factor in the comeback effort that they put on Anubis to make it competitive. We'll see if they can keep that competitive nature on Vertigo.
This is a good start. This is a mostly empty B site. The boost doesn't quite work out to get onto the site, so Rush will have some activity here. Try to take some fights around the edge of the map. Fang doesn't want to proceed any further forward. So, a 5 versus 5 post plant on the B site. This is going to be fun, and it's going to be tough to play by play, so we'll see if I can take you through it. We're going to see Wolfie taking first contact, but it's Fang up close here towards Generator. He'll take the swing. He'll take the 1. 60 now from the back lines. He finds a headshot, weaving in and out. 2 versus 3. Now make it 1 versus 2. Carson with smoke kit, though. There's always a chance, but a very small one indeed. But he makes it a little bit more possible with that headshot, and he's going for the full-on stick. Infinite doesn't have vision on it. He's lighting him up through the smoke, but he just aims a little bit too far left. That is the pistol round here for now.
Not the start they were hoping for. A bit of a frustrating one. Can't track the kill. And you're just left shaking your head. This round gets ripped away, and Nouns able to take away some of that X factor. Some of the clutch potential that I just mentioned heading into this one is now no longer at their disposal to start off this.
I had a little too much fun with that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, perfectly acceptable. They secured victory there for the side of Nouns, and it's not going to get much easier with Junior holding down that line. Takes a lot of damage, but Bentley, a AK in hand, and a hot start for him.
most of Ben's career, he's been on platforming. But this round, he bought AK, no head armor, and no util. An excellent split here. Look at this move as well from Ben. Backstab here onto Rush. He can't quite double up, and the head armor does betray him there. The MP9 cleaves him quickly. So 1 versus 2. This time now for CJ. Bomb's been planted. Wolfie takes a step back. Drops the smoke, but a big gap in that. And he even sneaks on past. CJ will cross to the site. Go in for the chase. Wolfie making a lot of noise. And then there's the headshot. CJ, he's also picked up the kid as well. And he's isolated where his opponent is. He's gonna drop the molly.
Oh, the molly.
Bang just forced to swing. And the flames will not get the better of him. CJ will track his target. And then there's another clutch for Nouns.
I mean, they're getting so close to winning these rounds. Well, the question has to be asked of how long you can sustain these lost clutches. And on the other end of things, how long you can continue to win them. Can you keep up this consistency for Nouns? When is it finally going to come to call? Their money is always going to be pressured if this is the case. Hanging in there with another instant investment, of course. No surprises in that. But not the same start.
Nope. Just 2 instant openers, and I think they've even isolated another one right side of that A ramp. There comes a volley for George. And he even steps forward for another, and the third. Oh boy. Complete domination of ramp.
Yeah, now you don't really have to rely on clutches. You just swept the round. That has to pretty much force the call from Party Astronauts. Say, all right, you know, we've had our fun, or maybe the lack thereof in a couple of those lost rounds, but we do have to call in the save at this point in time.
Oh, it's just the same. It's sad. What could have been? It's forced by. Oh, it's still a chance though. Rush caught with utility in hand and a second follow-up headshot. All right, we are in this.
Hold on. Just a moment. Another opportunity as they get the late rotates over. And a Galil still maintained. Continued aggression. Fang trying to put the round on his shoulders. But ends up falling, now putting his teammates in a very challenging spot. Infinite cannot run away from the flashy junior flick. And Wolfie gets just crab walked out of the round.
Oh no. It's not like this, Cole. It can't be like this. This is not the fashion. We want to see this PA lineup exit. Not just out of the qualifier, but just the roster in general.
Yeah, I think, you know, you do question, even like, you kind of think, what's the future? I actually talked with Cryptic about this here, another team that's unsigned right now. But these unsigned rosters, they don't have a lot of allure. They don't have a lot of pull to pick up top prospects.
Yes.
Even though they have good leadership, they have good, you know, world ranking positions, and they are an ECL.
Gotta get a bag.
You got to make your money, and that's why they had to risk on a advanced move up in Fruit Cup.
He's goated.
Future, he is goated, and the risk has paid off clearly. But that's maybe the position that PA are going to find themselves in shortly after this qualifier ends, and they've got to figure out what the replacement's going to be.
And also, it is worth adding that then those prospects then get poached. And you have to start from scratch again. Because what if Fruit Cup makes the major? What if Complexity looking for changes? So many storylines here coming out of the RMR. 60 has loved walking up, just sliding up on the A site with his back turned. There's a dance move for that. But Carson's on the floor. And not the right move he wanted. 3 versus 3 here. Excellent nade for the post plant, though. But Infinite jumping up will be quickly traded. So now make it a 2 versus 2. Junior coming through in late rotation. I'm starting to whittle off the clock here. The molly. Oh, onto Wolfie. And he's going to get flicked on. It's up to Fang. Now spotted. Now a 1 versus 1 between him and nosraC. But nosraC has got the better aim. And now stay flawless.
It's incredible. Another clutch, Dad. Just continue to count them up. They keep getting away with it. I mean, you ask how many times they can win a clutch to just remain safe and sound, and they just keep answering the call every step of the way. So impressive. They have that in their bag consistently.
Rush forgot to buy.
He just doesn't need a rifle.
He has a USB. Rush is starting this round with the USPS.
And he will finish the round with the USP. Maybe not finish necessarily, that's not a guarantee, but he will play the round at least for now with that.
How is he gonna stop the B split that is coming through? There's no way. He might lose his teammate here in CJ, but an excellent piece of utility. And hey, Rush traded out. Probably the best situation he could ask for with CJ. Multi-killing the whole B site. It puts Infinite down into a clutch, but in the meantime, they've actually vacated this. So, bomb plant faked. Oh, CJ's seen Infinite now. They know he's off of it. They know he's mobile and a threat. Another fake plant. Infinite just begging them to overface.
Not considering that idea, but reined it in just in time. Fang just given no access to any mistakes in this clutch so far.
There's another fake plant. Who's gonna step forward now? Oh, they've had enough. They're impatient. They know he's off it. This is very risky to even consider swinging. Junior will hold the other side and will land the shot. It is Nouns who continue to stay flawless, and the last ride, the end of the road, is rapidly approaching.
I am starting to fear here
Oh no.
that there might not be a lot of resistance. Once again,
They gotta do it here.
It's going to be a problem.
Plant the flag, PA. Gotta cheer him on a little bit. We're here for the story. That's one of the reasons that make these games great. You know, in the fabric of the Counter-Strike universe, this elimination match might not mean much for the qualification to the event. You only remember the team that qualified, really. Maybe you can remember this last ride here for Party Astronauts. Infinite, keeping them in it. And getting a bomb plant. An established position here for Party Astronauts.
And they have foothold to be had and held on to. A rare position for them to find themselves in. A retake required.
It's 3v4. Junior's disconnected here.
Oh. They're going to call it a save.
Or are they? That kill, is it going to bring him back? Or someone's disconnected,
maybe.
rather. This is... I should have. It wasn't Junior.
Probably Carson, right?
Yes. Yeah, 100% is Carson. So, Carson out. Party Astronauts will get there first. One entry on the B. A little tech issue. They'll get a little freebie. Can they latch onto it?
It's quite nice. Still feel like that post plant was looking strong. Look at that late mid lurk, but it's nicer when it's a 3v4 And the save is instantly forced. Like you said, can you really capitalize? Because now what you have looming in front of you is the kind of concern of dealing with the, you know, economic issues at this point. If you can break the code, if you can get 2 in a row for the side of Party Astronauts, that's going to immediately solve some of your concerns.
Just win this round and Party Astronauts are back into their T side, but so far, at the start of so many of them, they have just been bodied. What's gonna change?
So they got in store. Tech pause expires and an op for Junior. Wow. Okay, that'll help out. 60 with an opening. Catches him at the edge of the smoke. And it's not a sour start to the round. Instead, Party Astronauts very happy with the kickoff.
That's so cool. How 60 utilizes when the smoke recollects itself. It gives you a chance for a one-way. And he utilized that. Now flashes into B. There are rotates here, and Rush holding it down. CJ even spins for a kill to make it a 2-on-2, and the HE. Oh no, the HE will strike true onto Wolfie and toss Infinite into yet another clutch.
Need this clutch to sustain. He's just gonna go for the straight bomb plant. Securing at least that much, and now this charge forward here, avoiding the flash and repositioning, but they get double swung. Infinite. Not a chance. And the op is saved. Carson with the defuse. And it is right back on track for Nouns.
Just gets even more brutal by the round. Not like this. Will be main control to lead off. And he's basically a 0-player A-star in towards middle though. Junior, hyper aggressive angle, and cannot hit Ben through the flashbang. That's an opening kill for the Party Astronauts, but look at the mid collapse. It's actually coming through. My goodness, 4 players. The entire team for Nouns wants to take this fight versus Ben. Prohibited by the smoke and a couple headshots here as Infinite breaks open B. And the whole A site has been compromised by Fang. This should be a lockup as CJ just eludes him.
Infinite extras as well. And even I hit a flying rushes.
Oh.
Homestead here, but it's going to be jumping in. Knocking out 1 extra kill before getting taken care of. And Party Astronauts grab a second. Nothing saved. But Nouns just still looking to keep their foot on the pedal. Unrelenting. And their early aggression, unrelenting in their buys, and that trend is going to stay true for now.
Oh, Nouns. A devious strategy as they run through the ramp smoke. Quick little 1-for-1. George even escapes right back the way he came. A little loop through the A site and an underhand flash to the middle. You've got to be joking me. It's the most George kill you've ever seen. That leads to Party Astronauts attack into just such an awkward setup. Wolfie down to half HP, a minute on the clock to make a 1v3 happen, and I don't even think Rush wants to let him escape. Scoops up an AK as well. It hurts, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, this is maybe not the way that you would like to say your goodbyes if you're party astronauts.
That's gutting.
But I wanted to switch things up and consistently ban Ancient, which has been a problem. At least they get to avoid that. But it's feeling a little bit more of the same. I can imagine it feels like that in the server. T-side. Have to just kind of scratch your head as to where can we go right. In these early rounds, just being dominated by Nouns over Taken.
It's just not a good feeling in my stomach. You know, sometimes we like a good story, but a good story doesn't always win. CJ,
but true.
Elevated angle, double setup, and well, Rush does leave the angle, and it allows for a trade kill. A 2-for-1, a man advantage. The party astronauts, but George will quickly reel that one back. With 3 consecutive kills here for Nouns. It's just Wolfie again. His position is known.
And only a matter of time. He's got some cool stickers on this AWP though. Pain sticker.
Is it gonna help him?
Right on the scope. No, because Junior's ready to go. He doesn't mess around with no stickers, it's just shots. He's also rocking a Cloud9 sticker. But the better op. Shutting things down here for Junior. That could be double digits on the half. We didn't see them super competitive versus Wildcard, and we're not seeing them super competitive now in their second opportunity versus Nouns on this map on the day.
Yeah. 6E is just undergoing just a baptism of fire over there towards ramp. Just absolutely insufferable on that A site. He still makes a kill work out of it. And the question is, your party astronauts, they're not going to commit back to that B site like they were just thinking about. Instead, they're going to Junior.
Not really the target that you'd like to run into in this late round, but how much can he get out of this? Can he get a multi-kill? There's the first strike, and he's already repositioned effectively out like a ghost. And another opportunity. Fang will hit the deck. I think there was another disconnect, though, and Rush.
Didn't matter.
Blocking Wolfie inside the smoke, and it might not even matter here. At the tail end of the half, it's Finley who reveals himself. Does he know where Junior's coming from? He should have an idea, and the dual Berettas of Junior will lock it in. It'll be double digits landed here from Nouns. And again, it could be the last couple rounds here in the future for party astronauts.
Sharper than an arrow, aiming at its target. If I'm losing grip, then I can always get
It's looking grim. It's 10-2 here for Nouns. They've absolutely stomped their way through this map. As party astronauts, they let Vertigo through in. Is it for the memes, or were they serious? We might be able to know, but CJ doesn't care whether it's serious or not. He just locks in the opening 2 kills of the pistol round, and what could very well just put this series and, well, the roster of party astronauts to bed. Making footsteps. And it's not baiting anybody, as they're still jiggle peeking the corner relentlessly. CJ will get his 3rd kill. That tag a little bit more aerodynamic, as it's just CJ, no longer the king, still toppling the server. And out in the open, Infinite's done. That pistol round was all elimination before they even touched a bomb site.
Now it's ready to put this one to rest. Start their lower bracket run. Is what it's seeming like. Party astronauts, as you said, going to be laid to rest here with 2 more lost rounds. At least in terms of this roster, like we had mentioned here. We're entering the closing stages of this iteration of this PA. I mean, the firepower is absurd. I feel like this project has so much potential, but we weren't able to field it. We weren't able to get everyone on the same track. And it's not looking like it's going to start here on a reroute of Vertigo.
Just might be the end. Fang dinked down to 11. And if this force buy goes wrong, you know the deal. It's just going to be force buys into oblivion. And Nouns are just working every part of the map. Just pristine. Even Junior just continuing the flank around. Oh boy. Not like this. Not like this. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely deserved.
Why did he double backstab?
Thank you.
Was that even more BM, do you think?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
was that the double BM? Was he going for ultimate BM? Thank God. That couldn't have been how this one ends.
Junior. Not like this. Yeah, hammer out a deal headshot. Come on. Plant the flag, PA. 12 is all they get. Or that's the hope. No saves. Every single player on 2750 to start off this round. 60 is bought a Negev. It's a sign of the times.
Whatever you have to lean on here. But again, it would feel a bit like it's, you know, out with the whimper. For party astronauts in their last go of things, but hey, what better way to end it but with a Negev and 60's hands up against Nouns, up against George. We'll see what they can do with that gun in play. Auto shotty for Infinite. We're bringing out every little pot and pan we can muster up. Flashes. They're golden.
Oh.
But George is just that much quicker right there. An Infinite required with that auto shotty. I just want to see this Negev 1v3. Infinite and Wolfie go down.
I'd be happy with that send-off.
That'd be the ultimate story. That'd be the
Smoke clearer here, sorry. Infinite.
yeah, it just tears through it. Oh, I hear it. I hear it revved up. Oh.
No!
Oh.
I don't even think it landed a bullet on Carson.
Aw.
Is
The auto
this
shotty.
it? Come on. Not at that range. Not a chance. And I think we're going out sad here for Party Astronauts. It is just Wolfie. A 5-7. We're out generators. And will be put to rest by Junior. And that is all from that Party Astronauts lineup. That we'll see for the future. But Nouns, they continue moving on through the tournament. A pretty simple and straightforward win here over Party Astronauts. It's just a shame we had to see him go like that.
Yeah, that is a definite shame right there. A bit of a frown for